Happy new moon in Aquarius, you guys. Whee! How are you doing? How was your January? I'm good. Like, I've been enjoying this January. I feel like in a way it's been busier than the usual January. And in a way it's been very quiet and still. It's like there's not, you know, like the energy of 2023 is like build, implement, go, go, go. But it hasn't really started yet. And so we felt like almost like thwarted, or like our engine won't turn over, like for the first few weeks of January. And it's because we're finishing out that final cycle of last year's 2022 overhaul, re-edit, like great purge of our lives. So we're in that winter, we're in the void, the death period, the death of the death. And so it's been like last call for final purging, last call, because this next season of our life that's about to kick off is going to be huge, fresh new start energy. And so up until now, we've been feeling like super antsy and angsty and like wanting it all to get started. But really the most productive thing we can do right now is just appreciate this moment of stillness, where we are doing like our final kind of like recap of seasons that have come. And we're taking a look back on, you know, if life were a show, the whole series that came before, it's not that the series or the show is ending, it's just that this next season of life is going to be totally different circumstances for you if you want it to be. It can be a total shift and change, and a new life and a whole new storyline. And the former canon from seasons before, like the rule book of like how you have to write your story, does not apply. So the old rules, throw them out. They don't apply anymore. The stories that you had about life and about yourself and the way that you were perceiving things, because like the way that you're perceiving life is your experience of life, right? That's the thing that matters most, is like, how are you perceiving life to be happening, you know? How are you interacting with it, and on that level? And so there's been so many planets that have been in retrograde for months, and so you might have felt like for months now that your mojo has been off, or that you've had a hard time getting like momentum doing anything or connecting with people, or you know, it's like you're doing something and you know what you're supposed to be doing, but like it's like you're not getting the progress that you want, you're not getting the results, and it's like so frustrating, because it's like we're on the right track and we're doing the right thing and we're already doing it. We just need to keep going. It's just that right now we're being asked to surrender. And when we get off path, it's not because we're doing something really big that's wrong, or like we're in a whole wrong direction. It's just that somehow we have slipped out of bliss and joy and appreciation for our desire and our efforts that we're making towards that desire. And we have let ourselves become tired, and we're not grateful, and we're not resonating with what resonates with us, because we've allowed ourselves to get like worn down. And so that's why it's like the rest, the stillness is necessary. We cleared the ground in 2022. Now it's like we're sort of like have poured the foundation now that we're going to be building on in 2023, and we're just letting it set. There's been like this ongoing theme this month, and it's so funny, but it's like, just let your nails dry. Like I keep getting in a hurry and like painting my nails, and then like I'll be like, okay, just sit still for like 2 or 3 minutes, let your nails set. And like, even though I know I'm gonna ruin them, I get antsy and like I get impatient, and then I get up and do something, and then I've got like nail polish smudged everywhere. They're all like chipped, you know, I have to redo them. Actually, I did let them dry today. I'm finally learning the lesson. But yeah, just chill. Shabbat. Take Sabbath. Like that pause between the notes, you know, is so important for the melody, for the rhythm, you know, and so that's what we're in right now. So Mars finally went direct on the 12th, and Mercury went direct on the 18th. Now, Mars is the ruler of your drive, your passion, your like go-getter instinct. It's your aggression for the good and for the bad. It's your sense of competitiveness. It's your sex drive. It's your lust for life. It's beginner energy. It's springtime. It's fire. It's cardinal. It's beginner energy. Mercury is a mutable planet, but it is the planet of communication, thoughts, ideas, travel. And so this has everything to do with your ability to, you know, take a means to an end, or communicate an idea, or get anything done or accomplished in any way that's going to build any kind of forward momentum with your progress. So now that they're finally direct, it's like, oh, my mojo is back. I can like communicate again, or like people are finally seeming to like receive the message that I'm sending out. Like it feels like whatever I've been doing is like, I haven't really changed anything that much. It's just like, it's finally effective now. And so many times it's really just like on the energetic level is like what we really need to tweak and change. And right now, the most powerful thing we can do is let go and release and surrender and trust that the universe is like putting the pieces in order of which they will be the greatest, you know, arrangement. And we just have to trust in that process and in the timing and have patience. And in that patience, therein lies our strength. So let's see, we covered those notes. Lots of things have been shifting. There's been a lot of purging, a lot of healing, a lot of editing and transforming. So it hasn't been the proper season yet to launch into new beginnings. Again, connected with that retrograde, because that all of that astrology, it was just like there was the whole season, the eclipse season of Scorpio, like in the fall, and that was like a huge purge of like seeing and realizing and having all this truth. And so now it's like, you know, all of these other things have been working, you know, along the way, step by step by step, to take you almost like through laundry. It's like we've been spun, we've been shaken, now we're going, we're soaked, and then we were oscillated, then we were shaken, and now we're being spun dry. But yeah, so now that Mercury and Mars have gone direct, you may find it easier to connect with others. Don't worry, don't feel like you're behind on anything. This is exactly where we're supposed to be right now. We're doing the work that's going to prepare us to move when the timing is right. So, this is a new moon in Aquarius. Actually, it's happening, I'm making this on the 20th, but the new moon is going to occur January 21st. On Saturday at 3:53 Eastern Time, 2:53 Central Time, which is my time. We are in the fixed air sign of Aquarius, ruled by the planet of Uranus, which is the planet of rebellion and innovation. And so I think that this is the perfect new moon to have to launch us into this new beginning of our new season of life. We're innovating our story. We're rebelling from what has been so far, from the idea that we have to be any certain way. It's like all we have to be is true to ourselves, right? We just have to relax enough to find our true north and like where we authentically point when we're allowed to recalibrate and not be influenced by feeling responsible for taking care of every single other person's needs when we're the only person who has to live our life, right? It's like we want to be sharing and caring, but we also have to have healthy boundaries and love for ourselves too. And so, you know, we just have to learn how to do a dance with that, right? So we're shaking things up in our lives. We're shaking things up in how we approach our life, like we said before, how we perceive what is happening in our daily comings and goings. So things are changing. And when we are able to change ourselves from the inside, and we're changing the way that our thoughts are, We're changing the kinds of thoughts we have in our mind, the kinds of thoughts we entertain. We're perceiving things differently. We're starting to have more self-control over our feelings and our moods, and having control that when we are having feelings and moods, we don't have to act on those, right? We can observe them, we can learn from them, we can allow them and embrace them, but we can pause until we're in a more emotionally sober state to take action. And that way we can actually use our free will, right? This is all about up-leveling, right? And having more affinity with that higher version of ourself so that we can have that up-leveled higher version and expression through our lives, right? In the material. We're trying to channel that radiant expression of self through, you know? Because we're all just source experiencing itself through the hermeneutic lens of our individual experience, right? So it's important that you're true to you, so that like you're giving source an authentic experience, right? Be a good host. Be a good flesh suit. So let's see, this is setting the stage for this upcoming season of life, the show. Whole new story. All the seasons that came before, that canon no longer matters. Throwing out that rule book. Let's see, new timeline. So this is a whole new timeline that we're moving into. And it's starting, I would say, in the spring, right? And this is a whole new plot, and it's up to you what direction you want to take your character in now, right? What story do you want to live in? Who do you want to be in that story? These are good questions to journal, so write these down. What are the tones and themes in your story now? Are you hoping for a comedy or a tragedy? Like, you don't want to be living in a drama, right? Or maybe a dramedy, but definitely not a tragedy. Yeah. So this new moon is a great opportunity to gain like clarity and set intentions for what lies just ahead. So think about the things that you have been trying to manifest, long-term goals and wishes. Maybe let go of the pressure of feeling like they have to be done, and just think about this in terms of the year, like how far, what kind of progress you want to make over this year. So with Aquarius being like the air sign, you know, of thought and fast thinking and ideas, and it being that innovator and the rebel, it's like you're gonna have so many innovative ideas about how to approach like what you're wanting to do and build this year, and from a position of, hey, this is a journey that I'm enjoying, this is a journey that I'm participating in that's growing me, and I'm growing through it, and I'm growing this, and you know, it's this symbiotic relationship, so enjoy it, right? But yeah, this new moon energy is giving so much power into getting like a really clear vision about what you want, and then giving so much momentum to the execution of it. And we'll get into that in a second because it's about another astrological aspect that's going on right now. Let's see, Aquarius is the bringer of major and sudden change, and major revelations and epiphanies. So right now, all of this like heavy work that we've been doing in the first couple of weeks of January is setting us up for these like big epiphany moments and revelations that are coming through in, you know, this new moon. And so this energy is like opening up so much more magnetism and so much more momentum to just shoot us forward, right? When this new beginning does start. So it's gonna bring major change. Like right now, it doesn't feel like much is changing, but so much will change this year, and by the end of the year, and maybe by the end of the first quarter. So appreciate this moment to sort of like take pause and look around and breathe and look back and settle in and get ready for change to come. Let's see, this is a prime moment to break patterns and habits and addictions, so you're not carrying them with you into the new story, into the new timeline. You do not want to carry the same old stuff, because as we learned during Scorpio eclipse season, if we continue in the same old patterns, they will cause us more and more acute discomfort and pain and suffering and chaos. So this is the moment that is setting us up to clear all of the old patterns, right? I mean, that sounds like a lot of pressure to put on yourself, but I mean, look how much you've cleared and changed so much already. It's like you're a whole new person, right? And you see how fast things can happen and how things are connected, right? So all it takes is just one lightning strike moment to be like, oh, I see it all so clearly now, right? And you've been priming yourself for this. And so everything is setting you up to have this big shift in consciousness and then have this change in the way that this change in your life too, in different areas in your life. So break the habits, break the addictions, break the patterns, shift your current trajectory and aim yourself to the trajectory that you want to be on. Do not keep repeating the same old patterns and lessons. Like when you see yourself walking in that direction and you see familiar red flags happening, pink flags, caution flags, turn back, pause. How can I change this so that I'm not going around in circles again, right? Because right now, everyone that is on board with change and innovation is moving forward. And I want to keep up, and I want to keep moving forward too. And I want to keep up with the trajectory of the life that I want to be living, right? I want to be in alignment with who I really am at my authentic core. So right now, offloading all that baggage that's sabotaging all of your efforts is key, and you're supported in doing it. So it's going to be easier than ever, or it's going to be more doable than ever. Let's just put it that way. Let's see. You could have successful collaborations or have breakthroughs and make headway in long-term wishes and goals right now. There's good energy in looking in different avenues and directions and industries and being innovative in the way that you are approaching looking for people to collaborate with, or appreciating people who are outside of the realm that you were thinking of before. So it's like you can have breakthroughs in your collaborations, great ideas that'll expand your progress in your creative projects, and just an expansion in your creative vision in general right now. The moon is sextile Jupiter, the planet of enthusiasm, good fortune, philosophy, expansion, and abundance. And it's in the cardinal sign of Aries. So this is very expansive to this new beginning. This is what I was hinting to it a minute ago. It's like anything that you're starting right now, Jupiter, whatever you give Jupiter, it wants to expand it. It wants to make it abundant, right? It's enthusiastic, it's hopeful, it's like philosophical, and it knows, like it's the archer, so it knows how to set the intention and focus and take aim and be, you know, very intentional and direct and self-mastered and stable and balanced, right? And so that's what we're wanting to do. And so combined with the Aquarius, with the Sagittarius energy of Jupiter right now, with the go-getter beginner's energy of Aries, plus Mars is going direct and Mercury, it's like all systems go. We're ready to launch. Like, it's like we're counting down. We're on the launch pad. Like people, like mission control, everybody's freaking out. Okay, so definitely give Jupiter plenty to expand in this new beginning, and make sure that whatever you're doing, like the energy that you have while you're doing it is like, that's the seed energy of what you're creating with. So make sure that you watch your energy and you keep it primed and you keep it playful and you keep it fun. And if you start like getting run down and bitter and resentful and salty, then give yourself a break and like go take a rest or something. But you need to keep it fun, because that's how you resonate with it authentically. Once you get tired and like and salty, that's when you fall out of alignment and you're like, oh, am I totally off path? And it's not that. It's just that you need to adjust your energy again. So keep that in mind. It's not about changing the channel now. We're dialed in. We're just fine-tuning. So yes, Jupiter is blessing this new beginning, basically. Aquarius, Jupiter, they're giving the chef's kiss blessing, like breaking the champagne bottle, on the new boat, on the new vessel. Oh my God, we have a new vessel, and we're setting out, and we're finally starting in the new life with the new vessel, and we're busting the champagne on it. I love it. This may be, this energy may catalyze a wave of positivity, bubbliness, social ability, and sprightliness. So it may spur some initiative to want to get together with people. It may spur some initiative to extend invitations. If you've been wanting to reach out, but you haven't been like able to, or like you haven't felt like it really, or it just hasn't seemed right, or you've just been in a funk. Like all of these planets have been in retrograde, and Mercury and Mars and all this stuff. So everybody's mojo has been out of whack. Everybody's been going through like changes and like struggles and like the tribulations. So I don't know. Everybody as a collective is about to get a surge of mojo. So they may feel like reaching out where they haven't, right? So just be prepared for that. Be prepared to take opportunities. I remember during the 2023 predictions so far, it was like January was preparing us for some opportunity to come in February, and like especially in March. So it's like gonna start trickling in February, signs of beginnings. And then March, it's like you have to jump on these opportunities because it's like this fleeting energy there. Same with this. This energy is gonna set us up for the rest of the month, but we need to take advantage of it and take the most action over the next 2 weeks during the waxing period. You might be feeling inspired to reach out to someone you want to collaborate with on a project or get together socially with people. But yeah, the collaborators with the projects, you might find that you can like find people that like see eye to eye with your vision, or like share your way of thinking or whatever. Think outside the box when it comes to how you approach things. If you're researching things, think outside the box at how you're researching or where you're looking. But have a fun sense of play with it and follow your curiosity. And that energy will open up step by step and like will lead you in the right direction. It's all about getting in alignment with what you're trying to like attract and meet up with. Let's see, this new moon is happening, one day before the Venus and, this new moon is going on one day before Venus and Saturn meet up in Aquarius. So Venus is the ruler of love, money, home, security, creativity, beauty. It's the stuff of like symphony and, you know, the Renaissance. Think of like indulgences like that, just like beauty and romance, art, creativity. The home, how you feel about like your surroundings, you know, how you express yourself. And Saturn is the ruler of commitment. So this could lead you to commit to a creative project long-term, like the whole long-term wish and goal that you're working on now going into 2023. It like might be that like those gears coming into motion to like turn you on and like tap you into the energy that you need to like commit to this, like just call it a year of like a goal. It's gonna be, you know, these goals that you're gonna meet throughout the year, you know. So yes, it'll give you this devotion to that and a kind of a romance about it, like a honeymoon energy. And try to keep that honeymoon energy stoked, because that's like phase 2 of the creation phases, 1 through 4. But the honeymoon wears away. And so that's when we get to phase 3, where it's like, oh, it's so hard to put in the effort because like the fun and the inspiration is wearing off and we're not seeing the results yet, but you've got to push through, right? Especially when the challenges start coming up, right? Because that's the initiation where you have to push through phase 3, even though it looks bleak, like you took the risk and you put yourself on the line and it still didn't work out. You still have to believe, you still have to put your faith in it, you still have to make the effort, because it's in that you unlock the manifestation. Because you would do it whether or not you got the payoff or not, because your heart is in it and your passion is in it and it's truly in alignment with you, right? You resonate with it. So it causes the manifestation to crystallize. Let's see, it could lead you to commit to a relationship or enter into a different like step of one. Like it could like prompt an initiation or a reaching out or an asking out of like a first date, or it could have like, for people who have been dating, it could help them like go a little bit deeper or take it to a next level. But it's pushing things along in that forward direction in the realm of romance as well. It could also inspire you to recommit to your self-care and self-love routines, right? Your beauty routines, your health routines, the things that you do that maintain your environment and your surroundings and yourself and your energy and your spirit, and you're committed to that, right? That's how you love yourself, and it's how you create nice spaces around you. So let us get into our reading. We'll start with a cardinal cross with the straightforward oracle. This is my custom deck that I've been working on. All right, our first card is going to represent us in the context of this moment. Needs more planning. Getting clarity, getting, clear on your vision, right? Sitting in the stillness, letting our nails dry, doing a little research, right? So we're taking it slow. We're giving ourselves the space and the patience to do things the right way. And so that means that you don't feel the pressure of urgency, of scarcity, to have to make a move before you are ready. So just plan ahead a little bit. Needs more planning. There's details and research that still needs to happen. Strategy. Building foundations, well thought out, but slow but practical action steps. Methodical focus and clarity. Sharp intention. So foundations jumped out. Strategy, innovative strategy is something that will be supported right now by Aquarius. So take advantage of a moment to plan and reevaluate your plans with a more innovative energy and outlook, right? Ooh, okay, what's crossing us now? Boredom is causing stagnation. So complacency, latentness, blasé, feeling void, right? So we're in this void right now, but instead of letting it make us feel antsy and angsty and stagnant, it's like we need to be actively standing by. So like when I was working on set in film and television, there would be like times where you could just be like, go, 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 busy, 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 busy. You don't have a second to spare. And then all of a sudden it would be like, hurry up and wait. And you would just be standing and you would get so bored and so tired. And it was really easy to lose focus and not pay attention and miss a walkie call or something. And people are waiting for things and you need to be able to jump on it quickly. And so it was called actively standing by, where you would be standing by and you wouldn't be doing anything necessarily, but you would have, your ears were active and open, your eyes were watching, you were anticipating what was happening. So right now, instead of getting lethargic with this inactivity or this seeming like lack of result or progress, instead actively stand by so that the energy is still moving and it's not becoming stagnant and you're not becoming complacent and you're ready for that momentum. It's like you're already pedaling once and you're ready to go. So once that cord is cut, you'll just be like, zoom. So actively stand by. Do the things that you can do right now, like reflecting on your vision, innovating, planning, research, but don't disconnect with your desire, right? You need to stay connected to keep that fire stoked, right? So don't think that just because there's a seeming pause in activity that there's not movement going on behind the scenes. All right, what is the underlying influence right now in our subconscious that's affecting the situation the most? Trust your gut. Act on impulse and trust your instincts. How does this make you feel in your stomach? Do you have a compelling feeling? Learn to discern between truth and illusion. Work with sacral chakra. Moon and water. What is your gut telling you? Oh my God. So the sacral chakra is your gut. And that is where your subconscious is. And this is where this position is in the spread. It's like, what is your subconscious telling you? How is your subconscious influencing you? So right now, it's like we're being asked to trust our gut. And for the most part, it's like we are learning to trust that instinct, right? To trust that intuition. But like we were talking about before, we're offloading all of those old patterns, those old addictions, right? Old shame, old guilt, and that's tied up in knots with all of that, perpetuating those patterns and addiction, right? And then those perpetuate more guilt and shame. So we're clearing all that out, and it's making space for all of our creativity, our fertility, our connection with our nightly dreams is opening up. This is also helping us learn to discern between what is our gut instinct and what is our gut craving, right? Because the gut craving is an illusion and it's a trick, right? It can lie to you. It can send you in the wrong direction, right? But your gut instincts, those impulses, right? Those are the ones that you want to start discerning to distinguish, right? So that you can follow those, because they're going to send you in the right direction or keep you from going in the wrong direction. You may have had a hard time trusting your gut, and you may have felt like you had made mistakes in the past and it had sent you in the wrong direction. But the thing is, it's a work in progress, right? It takes practice. And sometimes you make mistakes and you just have to be like, okay, well, we do our best, right? We use the tools that we have and we do our best, and like, we just have to like, let the chips fall where they may, and not beat ourselves up, right? Okay, what is the past influence still affecting us now? Letting go of control. So we've been trying to learn how to loosen our grip on control. Over the past week, we've been told over and over again to surrender, let go, release, let go of control. The ego's grip on control has been one of the key things that have been holding and blocking the flow of your manifestation, of the progress of your goal. Because the ego's control over you then requires you to go through a process to transcend it, right? The moment that you can transcend those ego tricks and let go of control and trust full certainty, you don't have to go through the process anymore. So the delay has only been held up with our own process of just letting go, right? So loosen your grip. Control is an illusion. Repelling. Polarity. What are you trying to control? What you are trying to control is also controlling you. I'll say that again. What you're trying to control is also controlling you. Trust. Surrender. The universe could have something better. You are standing in your own way. Control is neither vulnerable nor authentic. Let go of control and allow the universe to take the lead. Loosen your body, loosen your mind, loosen your heart, loosen your spirit from the strict and binding grips of fear, lack, and doubt, and melt into trust. Trust that divine is carrying you with every step of the way. That divine is within every element, moving the parts and pieces in exactly the right timing. Relax into the arms of trust. Melt into the rest of certainty that the divine creator is leading you to your ultimate fulfillment, and everything that is happening is playing out as some sort of means to get you. Oh, it's some kind of means to get you there. There will be tests and challenges, boons, victories, defeats, and treasures. You must accept them all fully and detach from them all fully. Surrender your expectations while holding firmly to your desire. While holding firmly to your desire, faith, determination, I can't read that right. Faith, determination, values, authenticity, oh, okay, it's just a list. Surrender to your expectations while holding firmly to your desire, faith, determination, your values, your authenticity, your truth, your boundaries. Act in accordance to your divine guidance, your faith, and expand your self-worth. That was hard to read. Yeah, let go of control. All that. Follow the directions. Okay, what is crowning us now? What has potential to come into being given this energy around us? I feel like it's this needless worry. Okay, so this blowback from the ego, like all of this up-leveling and change is making the ego feel very unsettled right now. And so there's a lot of blowback happening from the ego because of that, and it's causing you a lot of needless worry. There's also a lot of disembodied anxiety right now because there's been so much like change and transformation that everything inside of us is all uprooted and disrupted and moving around and changing, and so it's like nothing is settled. We're unsettled. It's unsettling. I was watching this movie last night called Deconstructing Harry, and it's by Woody Allen, and in one of the vignettes there was the story of this actor who had gotten out of focus. And at first they thought it was the lenses, and they're like, it's not the lenses, it's the actor, he's out of focus. And so like he goes to his shrink, and like they're talking about it, and he's like, I don't know, I feel, you know, I'm not quite feeling myself, I just feel so blurry, you know, and everybody's like talking about how blurry he is. But it's like we're still kind of blurry right now, and so we need to like wait and like let ourselves set, let the nails dry, right? Let ourselves come into focus. And so right now, it's only normal and to be expected that we're going to have this sort of disembodied anxiety around it all, and that's okay. Just let it go through you, but don't pay too much attention to it, and don't put any stock in it, because you don't want to invest any attention into it and like have that grow right into chaos. What is coming around the corner? Ooh, this is going to be a problem. This is a spiritual issue to overcome. So something is going to challenge us coming around the corner, and whatever it is, it's a spiritual issue. So that's what we need to address first before we try to tackle the issue in a material, like physical world way, okay? And initiation. So whatever is happening, like whatever's coming around the corner that's gonna feel like it's giving you a challenge to what you want to bring into fruition, that is your spiritual assignment at the moment, and it's your initiation. And so we're not gonna get a lot of detail about what that is, because the lesson for us, like the test, is for us to figure out what that is. And to solve that, right? To be elevated where we're asking, where our soul is like elevating us to and leading us to. So that will be coming. Don't worry. It's needless worry, right? It's not, there's no need to worry. It's needless worry. So don't be afraid. Just meet the situation courageously and look directly at the spiritual issue tied to it. So this next card is going to be our perception that's affecting the situation. Save your money. It's time to take better care of yourself, healing the past. So I think what this is, it has a lot to do with, because finances and career have been coming a lot too over the past few months. And I think that what we're doing is we are learning how to value ourselves more. We're learning how to take better care of ourself, our money, our lives. We're learning how to think further into the future instead of just wanting that instant gratification, right? So our perception is maturing around that, and we're learning how to grow money better and save money better, right? But maybe we are healing our past issues that we had around money and our ability to make money and save money and grow money and manage money and care for money. But it is time to take better care of yourself. We're healing the past. And so maybe what the lesson right now that we're working on is figuring out how to set ourselves up for future security by literally learning how to take care of ourselves by learning how to save our money and grow our money and grow our retirement. And maybe this is healing the past, where maybe you had generations that came before you that didn't do that, right? And they were stuck in a cycle of, you know, difficulties with finances, maybe even in later years. And so maybe this is just correcting that family pattern to set yourself up in a different way, right? Or taking that into your own hands. What are your outer circumstances that are affecting you right now? The outer circumstances. Ooh, graduation and endings. This is the ending of the whole of our lives leading up till to now. And we're about to begin a whole brand new leg of the journey. This is like when you have to take the tape out and like put the tape 2 of the movie in. But yeah, so we've come through beginnings. We're in a graduation period where it's like, okay, now it's like, what's next? Where are our next steps leading us? And we have senioritis. We're antsy, we're angsty. This is that summer before we go off to college, you know, that next phase of our lives, and we're antsy for it to happen. So very exciting. Just relax, enjoy this time, and celebrate. Allow the endings to come, you know, bittersweet, all that. Okay, so this is going to be our hopes and fears. Dishonesty. Let go of control. Oh my gosh, okay. And party's over. Pay attention to red flags. Okay, the gig's up. That's what this says to me. It's like somebody, you or others, or everybody involved, has been putting on a false mask to maintain a sense of control. And that is over. The red flags have been seen, and maybe there was hope that this wasn't the case, that this person wasn't inauthentic or whatever. And maybe it's not that they are, but the worry was, it's like, is this situation gonna be what it seems to be, or is it like putting off a false front? Am I about to get into a bad investment, or am I about to get involved in a romantic partnership or a friendship that's not going to be on the up and ups, that's shady? Or is there someone who is acting a certain way that doesn't really match their true feelings, but they're doing it because they're trying to control the situation? So party's over. Let's see. And I think that too is, it's like there's been the indulgences and running wild of like last year, and just like, oh, all the indulgences of the holidays. And I feel like people are ready for like that dry January, but like to get back into routine. They're craving structure. They're craving like healthy living and routines, right? And so part of that is just aligning with that truth of what's good for you, right? But also living in an honest way in your relationships with others, right? It's not just about cleaning up your habits and your health. It's about cleaning up your interactions, right? And cleaning up your the way that you present, so that you're more earnest and authentic, and you're safer to be vulnerable, right? Because you have a limit, right? You know? So party's over. Overindulgence, detox, time to buckle down, balance is needed, sober up, need a sense of purpose. Honeymoon is over, time to get to work, right? So it's like the resting period is almost over, and it's time to get started, and things are going to start moving fast. So enjoy this moment of stillness and like void while you can, because it's about to, like, your life is about to get really full. So be ready to get to work. All right, and then the final outcome. What is our final outcome? Ooh, Shabbat, Sabbath. Holy sacred rest, pause, the cosmic womb, rhythms, introspection, spiritual renewal, sacred rituals. So rest, rejuvenate, allow yourself to just let go of the grip that you're trying to have control over everything. Just let go, just release. Let the chips fall where they may. Be yourself, be real, be authentic. Don't keep trying to push. Just walk away. Shift your focus on something else for now. Whatever that means to you. There's different ways of interpreting let go and release and walk away from it, or just like put it down for a second in any given situation. So you're gonna have to figure out what that means to you. Temperance, balance. Balancing our spiritual care, self-care, and our spiritual time with also caring for our outer world as well. We have to be competent in our spirituality as well as in our material life. So we're balancing both of those. We're work-life balance, right? We're balancing our diet and our habits, right? We're cleaning up our habits. But temperance is also about integrating different aspects of ourselves. And so as we've been healing, as we've been up-leveling and evolving and like overcoming and ascending our shadow aspects, we are now integrating those aspects into the higher parts of our personality, right? Now that they're more evolved and matured and embraced, now we can reintegrate those into our whole self, right? So what else do we have? Ooh, Two of Wands. Two of Wands, we have all of our materials, everything's ready, we're here, we got our cute outfit on, and like here we are with our 2 wands, and like we're looking on our phone, we're like, where is everybody? The party was supposed to start at 6:30. I'm here, where are you? So this is like wanting to take your idea, your vision, your manifestation to the next level. You've had initial success in planting seeds well. You're set up, ready to go, you're good. You're looking for collaborators, you're waiting on people to join you, right? So you're looking to take the next step forward in your vision and attracting materials, collaborators, resources, all of that stuff. Ooh, Ace of Cups. So there's going to be a renewal of your emotions. You're going to feel that mojo come to life again. You're going to feel a new surge of renewal, of inspiration, of enthusiasm, of optimism, maybe love and romance and giddiness and excitement. But a new emotional cycle is washing over you now, so it's very exciting. Get ready. And let's see. Ooh, King of Swords. So this is very Aquarius. This is Aquarius, I believe. It's about like that clarity of the vision, knowing what needs to be done and executing that. The King of Swords is like no nonsense. He's a very good, strong leader. He knows what he's doing, or in this particular card, it's they know what they're doing. And so this is a confident king. They can have a clear idea and execute it. They're good at communicating, but they're very good at leading and delegating. So they're great at taking authority, right? And what we're doing is taking authority over our life. And they have taken authority over their inner landscape. Their thought realm is becoming serene, and they've mastered the realm of their thoughts. They've become self-mastered in that arena. So because their inner landscape is calm and serene, they're having a resurgence of an emotional renewal, and their outer world is beginning to transform because of it. Okay, let's grab one Angel Wisdom Tarot card by Radley Valentine. And check out my description box below. There are links to some of these decks if you want them for yourself. There's also a link to my PayPal account if you want to support this channel by making a donation. Some people have asked how they can do that, so that's there. If you enjoy my content, subscribe to my channel and press the like button on this video and comment or leave an emoji. You can save it in a playlist or a private playlist. Any actions that you take on videos and content help spread the message out to others. So I can make content all day, every day, but I need you guys to get it out there, so I can't do it without you, so thank you very much. Ooh, like 3 angel cards came out. We've got Chariot. Oh my God, so exciting. Okay, forward movement, momentum, balance, like direct perseverance, direction, clear intent, and being able to like get at it, right? Balance and maintain and like execute with skill. But this is very fast forward movement. Also public recognition and success. 10 of Cups. Domestic bliss, dreams come true, a state of bliss and harmony and fulfillment. So there's going to be a state of feeling serene wash over you this month. So lean into that. Lean into and go after the things that make you feel a sense that you can, go after the things, follow your bliss. Go after the things that give you a sense of serenity and bliss, right? Grow that. Ooh, and then the Knight of Swords. The Knight of Swords sees what they want and they are going for it fast. They see what needs to be done. They see every detail and they're like going to tackle it, like start to finish, follow through. So this is very fast, the fastest moving knight in the deck. So, I mean, we've had the Chariot, we have fast moving knight, we've got progress, we've got collaboration, renewal of emotions, like mental sobriety here, integrating and balance. And then, you know, an idea and beginning to feel connected with a deep sense of fulfillment. So this is the recipe for dreams coming true. It's the recipe of that phase 4 of manifestation, when the manifestation actually happens. Let's pull a Moonology card. Personal issue reaches resolution, full moon in Cancer. Ooh, my moon is in Cancer. So Cancer is the cosmic mother. And we have just been guided this week to focus in on family healing, specifically mother healing. It's like we've been oscillating between the cosmic mother and the cosmic father for like the last year or so. But it's really culminating over the past couple of months. And so as we resolve, there was a recent video where I talked about mother and father healing. Maybe go back and look for the thumbnail that talks about healing mother issues solves a love pattern. And it talks about coming to terms with our expectation for our earthly mother to deliver on like a cosmic level, and instead we need to build our own relationship with source and that representation of the archetypal mother and father figure, and that like divine mother and father energy on that cosmic mythical level, and then allow our earthly parents, in this case our mother, off the hook of having to be this mythical level of mother that can never deliver, right? So we're healing those issues, and then that in turn heals our idea and expectation of motherhood, you know, in general and for ourselves, right? And so that's going to correct a lot of things for us. So mother wounds around that archetypal idea of motherhood can affect your money. It can affect a lot of things. It can affect your ability to make sustenance, right? Because it affects your self-worth. So as we heal that, then it's going to have a domino effect on other aspects of our life, especially like love and money. So this over here, where this is going to be a problem, it's a spiritual issue to overcome, and it's an initiation, look to mother healing. Or a personal issue that is reaching a resolution, and like maybe how it's connected to that family healing, or the dynamics that you witnessed or experienced growing up in your family. Because Cancer, not only is it about the mother, but it's about like that home life growing up and our relationship with family and that inner like tight community. Okay, now let's pull a couple of cards on our manifestation. What do we need to know for to manifest our goals for this month? How do we best direct our energy? Ooh, divine magic. Extra magical energy surrounds your situation right now. Expect miracles. So this is that kiss of Jupiter, blessing and expanding anything that we put our hands to right now. So take advantage of that blessing, that big, huge, magical, good luck energy, good fortune energy that Jupiter is bringing. Abundance, right? Morning affirmations. Say positive affirmations each morning to open the gates of manifestation. So we've been also for the past few months really emphasizing using our words, the power of our mouths to speak what we want into being. Say our prayers out loud. So it's especially powerful to do this in the morning and pair this with feelings of excited expectancy and gratitude specifically. Gratitude is super powerful. Dream big. Let go of small thoughts about yourself and see yourself succeeding. So allow yourself to have wild expectations about what's possible. Don't limit yourself to a box or thinking small. Jupiter is expansive. It's enthusiastic. Aquarius is innovative. It's rebellious. It's breaking through limitation. So don't hold yourself back right now, particularly not in your imagination. Don't limit yourself in your imagination. Let, the world be your oyster, right? Like the sky is the limit. What you set yourself up for in your imagination is like, if you aim for the moon or the stars, maybe you'll hit the moon, right? So reach high, envision, use the power of your imagination, but dream big and have the expectations that exactly what you need and what you want and what is in alignment with you is out there. It's just a matter of time and alignment and resonance, right? And then the last card is worthiness. Know that you deserve to receive good in all ways. So what is going to unlock this manifestation to come through is, and it's connected to, this is going to be a problem, the spiritual issue to overcome, personal issue reaches resolution, self-worth. Self-worth is the #1 thing that blocks our manifestation from coming in because we think we don't deserve it. So our ego does backflips and bends over backwards to try to repel and keep it away. So we cannot receive unless we feel worthy of having what we desire. So work on your sense of worthiness. Okay, let's hear from the romance angels. My neighbors are like screaming through the wall. I think they're having like a game night. Okay, what do we need to know for our love life over the next month? What? Okay, let's see. Ooh, engagement. Your love life is ascending to a higher level of commitment. So that could mean like someone's going to reach out and get in touch with you, ask you out for a drink. Like it doesn't mean you're going to get engaged. It could just mean that you're going to become more engaged with your love life. Or it's going to become more engaging for you. Or you might initiate a next step with someone or reach out initially. Or they might reach out to you. So what was the Venus coming together with Saturn, right? That aspect that we talked about is highlighted here. So that is like, let's see, what is this? Playfulness, keep it light. Don't go in being like, engagement. Just be light and have fun. I mean, like, you can't know how anything's gonna work out with anybody unless you just try it, give it a chance and have a good time and like not put any pressure on it and then see how it goes for a minute, right? So just approach anything right now playfully. Lighthearted, not too serious. You don't wanna like get ahead of yourself either because you don't wanna enter into something that's gonna be a bad idea. So you want to give someone time to show you who they really are, and that takes a minute because people are on their best behavior. So keep it playful, keep it light. Don't overdo it, overinvest or overthink it at first. Just have a good time. To recapture romance, allow your inner youthful spirit to have fun and to shine. Ooh, deception. Someone is wearing a false mask in this relationship. Back to dishonesty and that like hopes and fears card. I'm telling you, somebody is being fake in some way. They're putting on a false bravado. They're wearing a mask. They're not showing how they really feel. And they're trying to put up a cold front or something. And so it's it's a defense mechanism. It's a way to hide who they really are or try to control the situation or control you. Either way, not good. So yeah, let that be a red flag to you, but you can see right through that. And maybe, there's a situation that's not that malicious, but maybe it's just things aren't as they appear to be. And maybe if you approach it with a lot of playfulness and lightheartedness, maybe things will develop and unfold and like what's really going on will eventually come out, right? But for now, like things aren't as they seem, for good or for bad, right? Retreat. It's time to disconnect from the world. So retreat, I would say go back. It's like with Shabbat, right? That Shabbat energy. Take a step back, lean back, relax, let go for a minute, surrender. Let yourself replenish and renew. January, at least not immediately, it's not the right time to initiate for a few days. So give it a few days if you feel like that angstiness, but I would say just let things sit for a minute. Towards this, you know, as the waxing cycle builds, the energy is going to be more supportive to reach out, to start things, to initiate things, and then that energy is going to be even more supported, I think, through February. Okay, and then one final word from Mary, Jesus' mom. See what Mother Mary has to say. Mother Mary, what's your advice? Father, my true father is God in heaven, who shines healing light upon me, my birth father, and our relationship. So this is exactly, I've never pulled this card, what I was talking about. I think in that other video I was referring to earlier, and if I remember, I'll put the link in the description box. But it's about like letting your parents off the hook of this mythical level that you expect them to be, and just knowing that that's your connection with divine, with God, the Father and the Mother, representation of God. And then it allows you to heal your earthly relationship with your earthly mother and father, because you can like relax your expectations over them, right? And have compassion for them and know that they're doing their best. Every single parent does their best, and every single parent doesn't do good enough. So it's just like the curse, right? It's a blessing and a curse, but that's the assignment. And it always was, and it always has been. So helpful questions in Kabbalah to do parent healing with are, why did I choose my mother? And think about like four answers to that question that would be inconveniences, that have been difficulties for you and your mother. But like, if that were meant to grow you, why would you choose your mother and the way that she is, the harder things about her to accept? Under that, like journal, why did my mother choose me? Same idea. It's like, take all the things that are challenging about you to your mother, and why would she choose to have that child, right? Because we all chose to be in these like interpersonal dynamics with each other before we were incarnated. Same with your father. Why did I choose my father? Write 4 answers about the most challenging aspects between you and your father, why you would choose to do that, why you would choose a person like that, how that provoked you to grow, or how it could have provoked you to choose to grow. And then, why did my father choose me? Pick a few answers about the challenging reasons, you know, the ways that you challenge your father. Why would he want a child that is challenging in those ways, right? How did that serve to evolve him, or how could it have, you know? So that's one way we can kind of start the healing process with ourselves, to unpack some of these these hardships and wounds, and recontextualize them for ourselves and help them be empowering and healing and evolve us instead of define us for the worse, you know? So I hope that you guys have a good month ahead. Happy new moon in Aquarius. I have been loving my red beret and my striped pants. I hope you have too. Yeah, I guess I will see y'all tomorrow. Ciao.